Hello and welcome everybody back to the Dumbass class with me, the Dyslexic Gamer, as we carry on our playthrough of Men and Monster with our GM Jay. So I'll let him take it away.
Yes, hello. I do not know why this voice. I'm switching back to my regular voice. Um, yes, episode 3 of Man and Monster. Boy, I am excited. I am very excited because last we left off, uh, Glorious. Let's go with Glorious for this one. Glorious party of this Inquisitor and his acolytes were heading off with another Inquisitor and a whole lot of soldiers to go capture someone they met before, or liberate, depending on the matter, because apparently, from one of the generals of the Rykone, perhaps even one of the supreme generals of the Rykone, Lord Vader, apparently has turned traitor to his
We have
house.
spent 6 days on an elevator.
7. Oh, yeah. No, wait. One of those days wasn't actually in the elevator. You were in the room. Yeah. Yeah. Long ass elevator. I thought it was high time I actually also introduced you to some of the actual fucking timescales here, because in previous times I feel like I didn't properly mention like how fucking long it took you to actually get somewhere. In any case, yes, took them long. But now they're on their ways. Both of the ships also that are being sent to deal with this have a contingent of special troopers gifted to them by the Lord Inquisitor, who call themselves the Sons of Alecto. A regiment of what appears to be highly elite and well equipped troopers.
Meat shields.
Fancy mid shields.
Meat shields and power armor with bolt weapons.
Fancy.
Hybrid armor shield.
Anyways, last we left off, we were just about to enter the warp, so I think that right now we will start the session off in game time with both ships just having entered the warp. You can technically still communicate with each other astropathically, but all the forms of communications are now down between the two ships.
So Magnus would definitely want to see what information we have on the moon that we're attacking, on the base, its structure, its layout. If it's an imperial structure that was given to the Rycones, then hopefully we'll have some sort of idea of its like the layout of the base.
Yeah, so Gregorius essentially also, before you left his ship again, gave you essentially an entire just list of things that were known about the base. The moon itself appears to have a high quantity of adamantium on it, and the base itself was originally a mining colony that was then retrofitted into a military base. As essentially the military parts were built up around the actual mining facility, and over time the military parts became ever more favored by the Rycones as opposed to the actual mining of adamantium.
Can we get any mining maps, like any of the old mining systems? Do we have that information?
There have been some records have been dug up about how the situation was before the Rycones were given the mine, but that was essentially just a small subset of tunnels from essentially the explorers that found out that, oh, there's a lot of adamantium here. The planet that is orbiting, by the way, is not an inhabited planet, it's a gas giant, so It is quite literally the base on the moon seems to be the only inhabited human structure in the entire system. And again, the only reason it is even there is because adamantium, useful.
And the base itself, that was constructed by the Rycones. That wasn't an Imperial.
The base itself was constructed by the Rycones, although initial aid in constructing the base by the Adeptus Mechanicus, who wanted to trade with the Rycones for the supply of adamantium that they mined, appears to indicate that at least the mining colony that was initially constructed is Imperial standard template.
I roll Adeptus Mechanicus to know the template.
Sure. As you look at the records alongside with Magnus, you quickly see this is minor mining outpost standard template C-7.
Shall we just say
Which
that
is
Magnus had a meeting with everyone, so all the group are in on this?
Would you invite the captain of the Sons of Elector to this meeting as well?
No, for the moment it would only be my acolytes and my interrogator. I would probably bring the captain of the ship in on it as well, because we would need his advice on approaching the moon and things of that nature. Once we decide on units that we want to take with us, we'll probably bring in the Sons of Electo and other units and let them know what they'll be doing, because anything that we're not using we may give over to Inquisitor. I forgot his name, shit. Inquisitor
Nominus.
Nominus, yes.
Because it's the guy I hit with psychic lightning as Marin,
Yes.
and managed to get us to attempt to murder him because of an accidental rule thing.
Gregorius, yes. So yeah.
Wait, who's metaling nids?
Magnus would definitely want to know about the mining tunnels, whereabouts they are, if we can use them to access the base clandestinely, staying undercover. If that's not an option, then we'd want to look at, how do we assault this base? How do we get Matey in and out? And I'd ask the groups, because I know I talked about it with Gregorius, but I'd ask the group, how do you feel about these two options? One, we go in first and get him out, and then we attack the base, or we attack the base after we're in, or we attack the base and hope that he survives the attack.
I mean, gut feelings is screaming trap, but
Use the attack as a cover to get in.
Your gut always tells you it's a trap. It's right, more often than not, but still.
I mean, come on. Even you, sister. Even your gut should be screaming trap. Former right-hand man of the Raycon family is
You're
turning
making
out.
assumptions that I trust Vidaire, which I don't. I don't
Well,
like him,
For all
and
we
he
know,
doesn't like me.
this could be a massive trap. Laid out for us, maybe. I mean, we did kill. I look at Magnus. We did kill the daughter of the Raycons and that
We killed a pawn.
assassin.
Well, if I recall correctly, Raikkonen wasn't exactly too attached to her.
True, but still. We're also flying their former ship.
Slap in the face much?
Exactly.
Well, my initial plan was to use the tunnels to access the base, and then have Gregorius attack the facility. This would give us diversion. But if we cannot access the tunnel matrix, or there's no obvious way to get into the base otherwise, then I can only see a full frontal assault working.
Do we know the kind of like the layout of the system, like planets and moons and that lot?
It's a relatively small system. It is a dying star, so it's currently just the amount of fuel the star has is starting to just run out. Star type currently is a red giant, so the system itself, what is left of it, is essentially two frozen hunks that are quite far away from the star itself, and then like sort of in the middle of that is a gas giant with several moons, one of which on which one of these is the base of the Raikkones.
If we were to do this quietly, we'd have to get close enough that with the void ship that they haven't found us on auger arrays. That'd involve using the shadow of planets. And if they had even the slightest reason to look for us, well, they'd find us almost instantly.
Captain, I have a question. If we were to equip one of the, well, let's say one of the Aquila landers for now, extra rations, oxygen supplies, water, could we jump into system, launch the shuttle, and then have the Aquila lander fly to the base undetected?
It depends on how deep into the system you want to jump to, and how much extra oxygen and food you want to load onto the lander.
Well, if we are to remain undetected, seeing as all the things that Brother Felicia has been able to point out to me using her auger array, I should imagine that the base and the Raikkone's wealth and power would have its own auger array system, checking, well, space. So if we were to warp the ship into the edge of the system, and then have an Aquila lander fly to the base, cut off its engines, would it be able to remain undetected? Or could we use this method on the ship itself?
Perhaps we can always try running silencer.
Provided they have no reason to look for us, running silent would get us close enough.
Tell me, how did Vada plan on contacting us, and how did Vada plan on actually reaching us, or did he just say save us? Or save me?
Magnus kind of looks a little bit like, probably should have asked that question. I'm not entirely sure. Let me look over the data and see if is there anything on the data pad that says how we're meant to contact him, or how he contacts us?
There is a mention of it, but it's in cipher. So you'll need someone to decode the cipher first.
Magnus hands the document around, and if anyone can decipher this, then
I could try.
by all means, it would be appreciative.
I
Well, what's the
assume
test for
trade
deciphering it, by the way?
cartographer would be great for that.
Cryptographer would, yeah, straight cryptographer will work.
First roll of the day, and it's a flop. I'm gonna fade that. We got our fade back. Might as well use it.
First glance, you're not entirely sure what the cipher is, but after you start picking out a few key phrases, you're like, okay, let's see what it says.
I actually wrote the scholastic lore, but the target is still the same, so
Yeah.
it doesn't really matter.
It actually lists 3 possible ways that he might attempt to either reach you or contact you, depending on what approach you deem is most appropriate. In case you launch a full-on assault on the base, he will attempt to lead a mock counterattack, but with a very underwhelming force, and essentially make it look at it as if he has been captured. If you attempt to get him out before, then he will simply come along with you, and it is stated that he will attempt to kill anyone that will try to quote-unquote save him from you himself. The third option, in case they spot you before you spot them, it also lists here, this is particularly why your ship was sent in case the Rycones have not fully been made aware of the fact that Ilona was killed, that he could essentially justify it to the base personnel as he would lead a personal expedition on a ship towards your ship. As essentially he will just fly to you and then you can just leave.
Okay, I'm gonna relay that to the group.
I'm sorry now. Let me just clarify something along the lines here. He's saying if we fly our asses into the system, make ourselves known, he's just gonna jolly his little ass, well, correction, his ginormous metal ass up off the planet and just join out. This is sounding more and more like we're walking into a heap of trouble.
It's already going on the assumption that they've not managed to relay that this ship's turned rogue.
Well, it didn't turn rogue. There was simply a change in management. Although it does seem like old Vadere has it all figured out, doesn't it?
I suggest that we try and get in quietly and then launch an attack while we're still in there.
Very well then. We'll go in undetected. We'll have Gregorius create the perfect distraction for us once we're in.
There's one thing. If we go in silent and have Gregorius cause a distraction, but they're supposed to meet us in battle with a mock counterattack.
Well, in which case he should presumably surrender to Gregorius or his forces, although I have to assume they are unaware of our little agreement.
What did it?
We can always give a time frame in which we've got to reach the man, and then the attack can be used to smuggle us back out.
That could
Felicia,
work.
we've worked with Vadere before. Do you still have his frequency?
I assume it's on the data slate I salvaged along with everything else I needed to record.
Yes.
We could call him once we're in position.
It assumes and hopes that there's no one on his frequency, but we can always check before we broadcast.
I mean,
I was
could you?
maybe hoping that the military experience of Magnus could convince any possible
Isn't it
listening
just
in.
easier? Isn't it easier to just use his own cipher to send over a message?
We
True.
also
If we know we have his cipher, we also have his frequency, so
We may be just massively overthinking this.
or maybe we're not overthinking it enough, sister.
But see, is overthinking a trap here or not?
I am going under the assumption that this is a trap to take out two foes for them. If me and Gregorius were to be annihilated, it would give the Rykon's troops morale. I don't see why he would turn tail. Not at this juncture. As a commander, he knows he's all in at this point. You don't go into war and then walk away halfway through thinking that you can just wipe the slate clean. He's taking Imperial lives, and I don't see why he would just surrender.
I wonder just how aware was he of the extent of Raikon's treachery. He seems to be pretty far up the chain, so one would assume he has been privy to some information at the very least.
Which is why I do not feel comfortable going along with his plan. I like the idea of using his cipher and using his old communications, but I would also like to have that set up on a dummy. If we could have another radio team go down with us, so if the base can triangulate or figure out where the message is coming from, they're not going to be on top of us.
Could work.
A lot of this is banking on us because it's remaining undetected, and no offense, but last time I've seen, we were not exactly the sneakiest of individuals.
Oh
I mean,
no, but we have a secret weapon of our own. And Magnus looks round at the old man. Old man, how difficult would it be for you to get us into the mining tunnels? If we could give you old blueprints and precise coordinates of where they would be. The Mechanicus, Magnus looks over to Brother Felicia, are quite good at keeping records about how low their tunnels go. There's a big smile on Magnus's face.
Well, Magnus, we would presumably alert them. I am very much believing in the fact that they will have psychers stationed at the base. And if my understanding of the warp is at least partially correct, to essentially set out a psychic flare when he tries to do that gate trick again.
But would they know? Magnus looks around to the old man. Do you know what power is being used if it's being used around you? Or do you just know that a power has been used? Hey old man, you're not asleep over there, are you?
He sort of jumps a bit. What's up?
If a psychic power is used in your proximity, can you tell what power has been used?
Not really. I can make a guess. If you see someone on fire, then you know.
So, Magnus has an even bigger smile on his face. So from my understanding is, if someone were to use your gate ability, you would only know that they'd used the power. You wouldn't know that they'd used that gate thingy.
I sort of shrug a bit and I go, I sort of know the intensity of it, but I wouldn't know what it is.
Magnus quickly takes out his data slate and begins going through I knew it. So, the sons of the sons of Electo. Am I right in reading here that they have several psychers, or a psyker?
Your reading is correct. They have one psyker in their ranks.
So, could we not use him as a distraction? I mean, not sacrificial distraction, but we have sent the Sons of Electo, an elite team, down to the planet to cause a distraction for us as the old man gates us into the tunnels, or another structure, depending on how comfortable he feels about teleporting us through rock. I'm not entirely comfortable with the idea, but for a battlefield tactic, it's quite the well, the shoot in the backside for the enemy. And how many people could we warp into this, gate into this facility?
I'll just sort of shrug and I'll just go out. Depends how long I can keep it open for. It's a lot harder to keep it open for a while, though.
There is another way we could be discovered by their psychers, and
What if we went in, if we got there quietly and we went in, we started causing a commotion inside using some of the troops from the Sons of Electo, and then the commotion we cause is a signal for another attack. The initial attack looks like it's come from within, while another attack sweeps in the chaos.
So you're saying that we initiate it and then everyone follows?
We initiate it from the inside, yes.
So, how about this? We get our team plus a select number of the Sons of Electo. They come down to the planet with us. We tell Gregorius to attack on our signal, or our given time limit, 15 minutes after this hour, whatever. We, the old man, warps the Sons of Electo into the base.
And ourselves.
We have another smaller group of the Sons of Electo with their psyker performing abilities, whatever he has to get the eyes of the enemy on him and their small assault group. All they have to do is keep the enemy busy and their eyes on them. The enemy will think that they've caught our sneak assault, whereas actually the Sons of Electo will be in their base. We will get warped in. I'm pained to trust the Sons of Electo, but they might be the perfect shield for us. So going in with them might be a better option.
so far this plan banks on their psychers being preoccupied.
Even if they're alerted to the use of his ability, what warning will they have when suddenly shots are fired from inside their own grounds?
Well, there is also a matter of them noticing a gap in the Immaterium, for lack of better words.
And the ship getting to the ground undetected. There are, Sister Sarah, there are many things that could go wrong with a plan such as this. But that's where improvisation comes in, and we seem to have done quite well with that in the past.
Emperor knows we use it more than we should, but there's nothing we can do about that.
Wouldn't it be would it be easier for us to just sneak into the base through the tunnels without using the gateway?
I'll just shrug while this is being spoken about.
We
I'm
could always
assuming-
use the gate as a backup plan.
Do these tunnels come out anywhere inconspicuous outside the base?
Brother Felicia, would there be any way of the Mechanicus having this archived away somewhere?
Do I know of any surface tunnels on the standard pattern that are kind of isolated?
Most of this pattern is technically underground because it's a mining facility, but there's a couple of hallways in the surface base that are quite isolated. Essentially, especially if they need to go to some wall structures or military command structures, it might be that some of these surface-based hallways might actually be some of the most.
There's another thing. There's another thing we could do. We could make Gregorius call the base. Basically, try to tell them to surrender, otherwise they will be exterminated, and demand to speak with Adair. So while Adair is in the command center, we could always just gate into the command center, kill everybody, grab him, and get out.
That also assumes that we get in close enough while they're talking, and the flight would be at least an hour.
I mean, we're going in trying to sneak anyway, so instead of getting into the tunnels, it would be easy to just get into the command center, destroy the command structure while we're at it, and then leave.
This is true, but do we have an adequate map of their command center? I would imagine the Rycones would have changed any vital areas long before they decided to go to war with the Imperium. If they didn't, then I'm giving the head of the Rycones far too much credit.
We also have to assume that they're not using the standard patterns, and they only had initial help with the patterns.
I only want us to remain stealthy, getting onto the planet and into the base. Once we're in, I don't care. Sadly, we lost with Sergeant Kroon's. Magnus makes the sign of the God Emperor. Well, with him departed, we don't have a stealth. That boy could disappear, whereas us, Magnus kind of looks around, especially at the two ladies in power armor. If we could just get to the planet undetected and into the base, I'm happy.
I do not have.
Pretty sneaky for a flyboy. I'll give him that.
Not all of his equipment
Pretty fly for a white guy.
has been. His equipment was returned to the stores, and while I am not the best at sneaking, I believe I may be able to use it to at least offset the disadvantage I would face. After all, we do have that sin skin from that one.
Yes, that is true, but the Sons of Electo all wear power armor, so I can't see them disappearing that easily either. So, yeah, my hopes and dreams for our stealthy is just to get on the planet and get in the base.
Whatever happened to that sniper who was with us in the demon world? I think we could use her.
Reassignment.
There goes it.
To be honest,
it's worth a try.
To be honest, we're more of a kick the door, shoot first kind of team. Anyway, I mean, you all do remember how we acquired this ship, right?
Some of my finest work.
It's not like we have much of a choice. Although we seem to be reinforcing certain stereotypes, don't we?
But yes, we can just get within the tunnels and then immediately cause a as you call it, commotion. We can use that as the sign to have the head cut off the snake.
I like the sound of this plan. I will leave it to Interrogator Latilla. If you wouldn't mind going down to the Sons of Electo and picking out the two strike teams, the one that will accompany us and the one that will cause havoc outside the base.
Very
Does-
well.
Do they have their own landing craft, or should I go and order an adapt that's one of our landers be adapted to serve power armor of their size?
I mean, we do have a tank.
Adapt the actually, brother Felicia, go and double check on that. Ask them if they do need any extra support. I'm not quite sure. They are quite big. Yeah, go and double check with them. If they do, refit a lander. If they don't, then just prepare a lander, the landers that we'll need, and make sure they have extra trauma gear. This may turn quite ugly.
I'll make sure their Siger isn't on the strike team that is not with us, so that if they have to get away, they can. At least I hope. Well, I'll go pick them up. I will leave and go look for the Sons of Electra and ask for their commander to pick up the best they have.
They are always at the station at the same part of the barracks and have been ordered not to leave or interact with the rest of the crew by Magnus. So that's what they're doing. You know exactly where to find them.
I'll go straight for their commander and say, just basically ask for 2 strike teams and only composed of his best men.
What would you exactly want the strike teams to be able to accomplish?
Damage?
One of the strike teams has to support us and the other one has to dig in deep and survive while dealing with a little firefight.
Okay. So, 1 support squad, 1 distraction, I take it.
Exactly.
Should probably mention the Siger.
And I
Alright.
do know you have a Siger amongst your ranks. You should probably help the distraction team.
We think alike. Exactly my idea. If they need to be able to survive out there, just that little bit of extra oomph should help.
Indeed.
Would you like us to use our standard strike teams, or would you have a specific size in mind for each?
Just use whatever you think it's best. The strike team that should come with us shouldn't be too big, however. 5-man team should do. We don't want to make, well, it's easier to spot a bigger group than a smaller group.
5-man team for you. We'll redeploy the 5 men left over from their strike team to the distraction strike team. Very well. Would you require my personal assistance?
To be honest, since you're the commanding officer of this group, I think it would be best if you led the distraction team.
Very well. Now let's quickly see. Please step in, and we can quickly plan this out.
Could you repeat that? It cut out for me.
Would you kindly step in, then we can quickly discuss the exact composition of both teams.
Yeah,
For-
I'll go there.
After a little while,
Okay.
Felicia will kind of go to Magnus. I shall go find out now, and then get to work immediately. She'll give him the sign, the Omnisire, and then go off. And she probably won't be able to ask the leader, but she'll ask someone.
Okay.
I think I wanted to give Magnus the document on the basically the write-up on the Materium because he wanted to read upon the psychic and shit, but I don't remember if I rolled for that document or not.
You rolled.
What
I'm
was
scrolling
it?
up.
2 successes? Was pretty low.
Can someone check the dice log?
Yeah, I'm having to scroll up pretty far.
Okay. In that case, let's continue with what.
No. It's actually right there. Forbidden Lore Warp 33 on 55.
So 3 degrees of success.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just hand it to Magnus as he asked for it.
Interrogator Latilla. In that case, he also quickly just grabs of a table in the middle of their part of barracks. Just grabs a data slate which has the exact number of troops they have. What sort of support would you personally care to have with yourself?
Well, who are your best men at covert operations?
Covert operations, you say?
Indeed.
We're already sending the Psycho away with the distraction team. So if you must insist on stealth,
Well,
I would suggest we send 1 medic, 1 tech trooper, and 3 standard troopers.
should work just fine.
Okay. Then, as for the distraction team, that would be me, Psycho, 2 medics, a tech trooper, 5 heavy weapon specialists, 3 preachers, 2 shield bearers, and 5 troopers.
Tell me, can any of your men pilot a tank?
You mean the tank charges in where we pile out? Is that what you mean, sir?
We do have a, hallowed tank of the Sisterhood in this ship too, which could help.
What pattern, might I ask?
I forgot the name.
Immolator.
It's an immolated class tank.
Our exterminator troops are very familiar with that pattern.
So
I
long
would
as you make
suggest
sure.
that
Go ahead.
I am sure they would be more than happy to use such a vehicle in an assault wisely.
Well,
They might be slightly overzealous.
tell them to make sure the tank comes back in one piece and have fun while they're at it.
Considering their particular penchant for fire, I am sure they will appreciate it.
Very well then.
Do you wish to approach any of the other troopers, or just the captain?
I know that you do. I'd like to meet each and every single one of the troops before we deploy, however. I'd like to know the men and women that go into combat alongside me.
Apologies, we are all men.
Then I'd like to meet all the men that go into combat alongside me.
Very well, ma'am.
To expedite, if need be, I'll just be, meeting the troops that are going down.
Yeah, so you already met the captain, you meet all 10 shield bearers, all 10 medics, all 10 heavy weapon specialists, all 10 exterminators, who seem to be particularly happy that there is a sister of battle among them, if only for the fact that the sisterhood has a reputation of burning all the heretics that oppose them, and they appear to be fire specialists. The five tech troopers, the Psyker, who looks at you slightly suspicious, the 3 field preachers, again, very happy to meet you. They appear to be sort of ecclesiarchal representatives, so yay, faithful, and all other 50 standard troopers, of which some are surgeons, some are corporals, but they have the exact same gear. They just essentially have a bit of a slightly different symbol on their pauldron to indicate their rank.
Eventually, do I find out that yes or no I need to adapt ships?
You do not need to adapt ships. It appears that when they came on board of the vessel, they brought their own quick strike craft with them.
I'll
The
inform
ones
Magnus
that-
about this.
The ones that are particularly happy to meet me, I'll fist bump them. The exterminators that love fire, I'll particularly fist bump them too.
Yeah, the exterminators and the field preachers, they are very happy to see you.
Yeah, yeah.
You
Cool,
also do you know High Gothic?
Yep.
The Reuters know it base.
Yeah, okay. That means that that means you can actually read that all of the exterminators along the rims of their pauldrons have written the lines translated from High Gothic. I'll tell you this. What are the exact lines anymore? God damn it. They Confutatus maledictus, flammis acribus addictus. That is what it says in High Gothic, which essentially confounded are the wicked to burn in flames of woe. And each and every one of them has it on the rims of their pauldrons.
Very nice. As I read that out of the chest, I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, the field preachers just have one of their pauldrons just has the standard aquila on it, like all of them. But the field preachers have the other, like their left pauldron, the one that doesn't have the aquila, is just literally filled with purity seals.
So yeah, to that too. I like these 20 men.
Those are 20 men. There's 10 exterminators, and there are 3 field preachers.
Ah, sorry, I heard 10. So, no.
13 men.
13. I like these 13 dudes. Okay, cool.
Felicia, how do you actually manage to find out? Do you just want to go look at what ships they bring? Do you want to look at the manifest, or do you want to go
Politely
ask?
ask.
One of the tech troopers, who appears to be very happy to see a member of the Mechanicus, proudly tells you that they have several Stormbirds dropships with them, specifically meant for rapid deployment.
I'll thank them, give them the sign of the Omnissiah, as I would normally, and then
They actually make the sign of the Omnissiah back.
after a small conversation with them, where I talk to them for a bit but don't keep them from their duties, I'll go and inform Magnus that we don't need to adapt to Lander. Because they've got their own. So I guess when Magnus is reading the report, he gets a polite knocking at his door.
Yes, please enter.
Mr. Bloodstone, I've been spoken to the men, and they do not need a Lander adapting. They've managed to have. They've brought their own.
Magnus looks like, when you come in, he's going over reports and looking at multiple data slates at one time. And when you say Inquisitor Bloodstone, he's like, yes, yes. And he almost takes it in as if you are like an underling, and then he's like, hang on, I know that voice. Looks up and, Brother Felicia, by the Emperor, don't use my title. That's you and the rest of my acolytes are far above that need.
In this case, I'm making an official report.
Magnus kind of smiles and has a little chuckle. Ah, I see. Ever diligent to your duties and formalities. Well, thank you for the report, and if there's anything that you need to work on before the mission, then by all means you have the free right to do so.
Of course, Magnus. I will make sure that the land that we use is prepped and ready.
Excellent, thank you.
And then I'll give him the sign the Omnisire and leave. I'll go and prep a lander, fix any damage that gets done because of Alfheim being drunk, and also occasionally be nice and talk to the Tech Marines. They're gonna know some of the more unique ways of field maintenance. Like, how to use sacred unguents when somebody managed to break the top of the sacred unguent container.
That they have indeed never. They are. You were surprised to know that they. You're surprised to find out that they appear to have been quite well trained in the ways of the Omnisire for people that are not of the Mechanicus. But yeah, they do not know how to deal with such inconveniences. So they are very happy that you explained them to them.
If they don't know and they've not got like a new way yet, I will explain it to them because there's got to be a point where it's like somebody broke the sacred unguents and I didn't have this cool mechadendrite yet. Don't have it like that, but it's like, yeah, this is how you do it. I know your pain. Because once Infralicia's passed, a silly, not quite tech adept, hadn't even earned their first bionics, managed to fall over and nearly completely break a sacred unguent container.
So once we had come up with our plan, Magnus would have sent our plan over to the astropath to Gregorius's ship to see what he feels on the plan, and to inform him.
Okay. The astropath gets back a message. It basically is like, very well, I've prepared all my troops for a full frontal assault in case things go haywire.
And can Ulftane send a message to the astropath on Gregorius's ship? Is that possible, or do you need to have a specific power for that?
You have to be an astropath to send astropath messages.
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah,
do
you
that.
have to be an astropath to send astropathic messages. Technically, he could use telepathic link, but that would have to be at extreme ranges.
Yeah, I can't do that with that stat.
Yeah, he'd be like psi rating 10, pushing to psi rating 12 to do this.
So I would probably say that with the ground assault, the Sons of Electo, I would like our radio team, the one from the Hive World. I think I requisitioned them. I can't remember. I would like them to go with the radio team that we took with us.
Oh, yeah, know what you mean. Because I was having a moment where just nothing was coming through on my end.
I'd like them to go with the Sons of Electo, so that there's an additional, we can get a radio message up to Gregorius's ship.
Those guys are from Gregorius's ship, so you'd have to coordinate exactly when they need to go along with the dropships from your batch of Sons of Electo.
Okay, never mind. We will send with the Sons of Electo as long as there's one on the board, a comms kit, so they can. I can't remember what it's called. What the guard have. The big box.
It's not just like a big Voxcast.
Voxcaster, yes.
Yeah.
Give the Sons of Electo a Voxcaster so that they can. The distraction team, so that they can inform Gregorius. They've begun their assault. You can attack now.
Character, I really need to get one of those. Just to get a helmet and only have it for the Voxcaster built in.
I don't think our helmets have vox casters, but don't our helms come in with building vox images?
Combeats.
Yes.
Or is
Is
it
it just
Voxcaster?
combeats? Because it's a power armor.
I know in 40k sending messages is normally like ridiculous. You need to have like a trooper from like World War II with a massive backpack just carrying the comms.
It doesn't say it in the book, but I'm pretty sure, like, in the lore, the helmets do actually contain, like, microbeads.
Also, I've just found it, and power armor does come with an internal oxygen supply in standard Vox systems. It's got Vox.
Okay, so one of the Sons of Electo will surely have a Vox system. They've all got power armor. Just in case, do we have the technology to be able to say we're going to enter system at this time, we'll hit planet surface at this time, we're estimated to be in at this time, or is 40k still?
You currently can only communicate via asynchronous messages. If you would try to do that right now.
No, I know. So I know, like Space Marines, for example, can perform absolutely pinpoint assaults and time everything out to perfection. But can the normal Imperium still work out?
I think it's just due to their technology, so I think we should be able to.
Yeah, you just use Vox.
Okay.
Me and you don't have Vox, unless you've got power armor.
I don't.
Yeah, everybody who's got power armor should have Vox. Then we've got microbeads, which can hook onto their Vox, which is always good. And on top of that, the ships have got even better Vox systems. Like the moment you're in space, calling ship to ship is ridiculously easy.
Okay.
It's just, do you know the ship's like signal?
And I believe I got that last time from Gregorius, so I'd pass that out between all senior personnel, which is the group, and probably the Sons of Electo commander. He'd probably have it. He'd get a report whilst we're in transit saying this is the communications to the other vessel, our vessel, and all of our microbeads. I'm probably overthinking this, but there's something about assaulting somewhere that sounds like a trap that's making my brain go mental.
Preparation just means Jay's got to be prepared for us.
Preparation, no, this doesn't feel like Shadowrun yet.
This feels like people for the first time playing Shadowrun and not realizing just how much they need to prepare.
That's about right.
So, how can I call in some salamanders? I've got 75 influence.
Okay. That's a test.
No, I won't do that.
I mean, we can call in Deathwatch maybe, but not salamanders.
Also, what do you mean you call it? You just tell us to call it in, and then like Felicia takes the hit.
I think you need to be an Inquisitor to call in the support characters. I'm not sure if that's a rule. I can't remember.
You need to be in the Inquisition to be able to call in support characters.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because Acolytes can call it in too.
See, I've never known if Acolytes could. I've only ever had like Deathwatch drop on top of my head. Not.
Yeah, you got to get your influence up stupidly high, and it costs you influence to do it. But it's like a character who pretty much never uses their influence except for getting new gear. You give it to them. So like the fee going, if you gave it to Felicia, Felicia's got the influence to call in Deathwatch. It's just the only reason I ever use influence is to get cybernetics.
No, we've got enough power armored, steroid enhanced dudes with us. I think we don't need any more.
I don't think Sons of Electo are steroid enhanced though.
I got the impression that they were big motherfuckers. So yeah.
They are big motherfuckers.
But are they big because their armor is big, or are they big because they're big?
Both.
I just wanted a black man with us, you know, first person to get taken out, like the movies tell us.
And I'm actually going to be the person who burns subtlety whenever we try to be subtle. Because I'm the one who can raise that subtlety.
Really?
Yeah, for
Don't you
every
mean
one.
decrease it?
No, I can raise and decrease it.
Ah.
For one influence, I can raise or decrease that subtlety by 1d5.
Huh. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's because I got the cover-up talent.
Oh, that talent is dope.
Are there any other preparations that we can think of?
Prayers.
Making sure my armor's ready, informing me I need to get the tank ready. Keep in mind, while that might be ready, kinda, it's not. We've got it 100% battle prepared. Final checks. It's just
Praying.
we maintain it. Also, yes, I
More
do need
praying.
to do the 3-hour prayer of the rite of ignition. If I don't know this, I can't do the rite of ignition for the correct thing, and you're not taking it anywhere.
The tech troopers
Okay.
will help you with the rights.
How difficult would it, like, so does the ship have an exterminator that I can have attached to my power sword?
Do you want to attach an exterminator cartridge to a power sword?
Yes.
You can.
Your pyromancy is really
Well,
screaming
I'm a
Sisters of
I'm a
Battle.
head taker, but Magnus
I
has been shot
like
with
it.
fire, and he's like, we could be going into the shit. So I'd like a one shot. Ah, you know.
Yeah, thanks to how upgrades work, you can technically do it. Also, if we've got the time and Jay says we have the pattern and the resources, I can make one. But we have to have the pattern for making an exterminator.
Magnus, roll me a flat influence to see if you have the materials. No, you just flat out have one lying around. All Felicia needs to do is attach it.
Awesome. Brother Felicia will have there'll be some poor tech priest that Magnus has pulled over and be like, please take this, take my power sword, and take this, and ask Brother Felicia if she could attach that at one point. Thank you very much. Move along now. And Magnus is still going over data slates and going over reports of defences and...
I think I got like a 50-50 chance of getting this right. I just need to check what the availability of common is. Oh no, wait, I got like a 60.
0, I think.
No, common's 10, so I've got a plus
Oh,
10.
common's
to
actually plus 10.
Yeah, to fitting the exterminator to the power sword. So let's roll armor, which I've never actually upgraded since I got it. It's fitted.
It's a good roll.
Marvellous. Thank you, Brother Felicia.
Yeah, if I need to upgrade my armor, but once I've done that, whenever you want to requisition like a weapon mod, you can roll with a plus 30, but you've got to get me to stick it on. And if I fuck up, I lose the parts needed to attach the item. But technically, if we find another item out there, I can use tech use to get the parts needed to attach it.
Reverse engineering then.
Yeah, it's great. I'm a little bit off being able to do it whenever I want. So yeah, and then eventually I take it up and I have it delivered. It'll probably be in a nice box because there's gonna be a nice box for swords somewhere.
It's a very nice box.
Mechanicus pattern.
Mechanicus pattern box.
Yes.
Brilliant.
Very fancy metal box with giant fuck off slab seal of the Omnissiah on it.
Metal
And you
boxes.
can't forget the purity seal.
There is a purity seal line as well, but mostly it's just all Mechanicus themed.
But yeah, so if there's anything else I need to do for anyone, or we can skip to the future.
Are you serious? Time skip?
We're
Huh?
not roll for it. Like we can
Right.
do time skips.
Right, we are not roll for it. We often dabble in the heresy that is time skips.
Shush, it's fine.
I mean, if we played this in real time, I'd have to point out that we'd be like 80 by the time we finish one session.
Well,
Like,
maybe
oh,
not
one
8,
actual
but
thing.
I'm pretty sure I'd be starting a family by this point.
Probably. Quite likely so.
Can I quickly ask? The exterminator doesn't mention it. Does it count as a hand flamer or a flamer? I think it's a hand, isn't it? So it's range of 10 meters.
I think it's hand flamer.
Okay.
Yeah, it's an attack with a flamer. I still find it funny that theoretically you can attach it to a sword. It
Why
makes
not?
a bit of sense in context, but it's still a gunblade.
Yeah. Is it the regular flamer or is it the hand flamer? Let me actually just.
It says
I'm not
resolving the
s-
effects feed made as standard attack action with a flamer. Also, it can jam.
We'll go with the regular flamer then.
So it only makes a difference to the range. The damage on both of them is exactly the same. So it makes sense for it to be 10 meters rather than 20 meters because it's a one-shot use.
Well, if you want it to be 10 meters,
It just makes more sense that it'd be a 10-meter spray rather than a 20-meter spray.
Alright. Yeah. 10 meters.
also add 1 kilogram to the weight of your power sword.
Done.
How will he ever carry that burden?
Oh, I know. It's
Also-
so hard to carry all the
I've only
stuff.
got 6 kilos that I can actually use.
Just also, thanks for reminding me, everyone. I need to get the sniper rifle back.
That's all you care about, your sniper rifle.
It's just the fact I'm an armor. It's like I keep forgetting about this one weapon that I need to keep adding to my sheet.
Right.
And I can carry it. Did Yanker ever fire any shots with the sniper rifle? I don't think he did.
He did.
Okay, I'll just assume I only have 2 clips. Because I don't think I ever shot it until I gave it away.
Right then. If that is it, we will time skip for when you leave the warp. I should probably change the music first. Seems like good music. Yeah. So, is music playing?
If it
think
is, it's
there it
very
comes.
quiet.
I think that. Yeah, there it is. Beginning of the thing is very quiet always. As you arrive into system, you arrive good distance away from Gorius' ship. A good distance has been kept so that you do not crash into each other once you leave the warp again. As you enter the system, you notice that the gas giant is currently during its cycle. It's close as it could be as to your position, like from the angle you entered the system at. There are no signs that you have been noticed at the moment.
Then I'd inform the captain to go to silent running.
Okay. Silent running has been activated, sir. Would you like to move closer to the planet?
So all senior personnel would have been informed that we've left the warp and the operation is about to go underway.
The Sons of Elector that have been asked to essentially do the quick strike have already been essentially put in position. The rest of the Sons of Electo are awaiting your orders whether or not they should join the rest of the troops in any potential assault.
So the captain of the ship would be informed that if Gregorius requests aid, that the rest of the troops will be deployed under his command. That if he needs them, I've already given him the go ahead. So the Sons of Electo would be informed of that as well. And then yes, Magnus would inform the captain, make your way to the planet, use as much orbital debris as cover or orbital bodies as cover as possible.
Should we cloak our ship, sir?
Yes. Do whatever we have to hide.
The cloaking of the ship is for the Sons of Electo for when they do their thing, but yeah, your ship can at least run silent, sir, and use as much orbital debris to essentially. There is not much orbital.
There are giant moons and stuff, though.
You did mention that there were two frozen like planets or moons.
Yeah, but they're currently on the other side of they're currently during their cycle on the other end of the system.
Ah, damn it. Okay. Well, if that's not there, then just try and go as slowly as possible so that we don't bring up a heat signature. We can stay.
That's silent running.
Mm-hmm.
As cool and as quiet as possible towards the planet.
Yeah, hasn't that happened?
Yeah. You managed to travel a day forward. Gregorius' ship is. Did you tell Gregorius to also go silent running, or did you tell Gregorius to basically just stay in position there?
So Gregorius knows to. He knows what our plan is. And the thing is, if it takes days, and this is something that completely skipped my mind, if it takes days to get to the planet, then I would probably say Gregorius should go silent running and follow us in. And
okay.
I'll inform the captain to slow our pace even more. So Gregorius' ship has a chance to catch up with us a bit. If he could be, half a day behind, 3/4 of a day behind, that should be okay for once he's in position, he can begin his assault and we can, well, hopefully by then have got the hell out of there, or at least can inform him.
Okay. So he'll be running silent too. Let me quickly check something.
The rules on silent running?
That and also the scanner tests for the base.
I'll quickly find them as well then.
I'm not so much checking those as I'm already rolling them.
Oh.
Why are you worried though? And we're super sneaky.
Yeah, unfortunately, how silent running works is really awkward.
we do have a few bonuses to our silent running, so it's not as bad. We are in a smaller ship.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but Gregorius is also attempting to now follow you. And if they spot Gregorius, they might also then spot you as well.
Also, if it works at anything like how Rogue Trader works, you don't. The act of succeeding automatically beats silent running tests. It's really weird, but silent running means you don't get spotted. But the moment they look for you, they find you.
So if they're looking for us, then they've already found us.
Yeah.
That
But-
sounds like warp shenanigans.
But if you're not,
Okay.
if you got no reason
definite
to look,
roll
you're just
incoming.
using passive scanners.
It takes them. You can travel 1 day towards the planet without them apparently noticing you. And then, after the first day, you get hailed.
Where does the hail originate from?
The planet. The base.
Well, we knew that one was coming.
Unidentified vessels. Identify yourself.
Tell the
Shit, he
tell
said
the
plural.
captain. Tell the captain.
Yeah.
Tell the captain to send over the original transmission access codes of Alona's ship if they're still in there. If we still have them in
You
the
still have
archive,
those.
then transmit them straight away with the message. We are being followed and are under attack. We need immediate support.
Do you
All in a message, not in no voice. This is all typed.
Very well, but do you indicate that the vessel is following you, is attacking you, or...
Yes. And I will send a message to Gregorius and inform him of this and say that the jig's up. I want you to come out of silent running and make it as if you're going to try and attack our ship. And then our ship is going to come out of silent running at the same time and attempt to full power get behind the moon, use the moon as cover, as if we're trying to get the base to help us defend us.
Okay.
If they accept this shenanigans.
Okay,
Slight
so
problem.
you said... Yes?
Slight problem with that reasoning. If both our ships, which they basically found, both come out of silent running and start, pretending to be fighting one another, when they go, dude, we can see that we're both silent running.
No, because one of the big things about going into silent running is you can use it to try and not be ambushed. You have to question, why are both of them silent running? But you can literally have two silent running ships next to each other, not knowing either one exists until they look out a window.
No. But here's the
He's
thing:
just big, man.
if we were being attacked, why would we both be silent running?
Because we're hiding from them and they're expecting an ambush.
Well, so here's my line of thinking. We are coming into friendly territory, but we are being attacked by an enemy ship. So we have gone into silent running to try and avoid their sensors. They have come into enemy territory chasing an enemy vessel. So they've gone into silent running, hoping that they can use their scout vessels to detect us before they have to show themselves. Magnus will try and bullshit this, but I'm only doing it through messages, so this is going to be difficult.
So you send this message, and you get a Vox communicate back. Very well, Miss Alona. Make your way to the base as quickly as possible.
Bazinga.
I will await you personally.
And here comes the jig.
Magnus will send another text message saying, thank you, General Vidaire. I look forward to seeing you again soon.
This is going well.
Shh, everything is fine.
You get a text message back on an encrypted channel that basically says, don't try to act as if you are Alona. It might ruin the subtlety.
Yep.
Yep, that's there, alright.
So, okay. So the message that goes over to Gregorius is that we've made contact with Vidaire. We will make our way to the planet. You are to leave.
How
If
long
he is
will
to
it
begin
take?
his if he is to begin his assault in 48 hours, he have to move 1 day closer, so he can't move out of center range.
No, he's gonna move. So
Just begin assault as soon as he's in range. We're like 2 days ahead of him right by now, aren't we?
I want it to look like from the bases, from the enemy side of it. I want it to look as if the enemy vessel has thought better of their decision and they're backing off.
Yeah.
And then
want-
he will come back in 2 days' time to start his assault on the system, and hopefully we will already be out of there. We'll be gone with the dare. We'll send an
If he
astropath.
if he assaults in 2 days, that means he has to essentially just
So it would be 3 days in total. I understand he has to travel.
3 days in total. 3 days in total. That means he can move. Essentially, he moves slightly back outside of what he thinks is his center range, and then he moves in. So he can move 1 day back and He can move 1 day of travel back, and then 2 days of travel to go back in. But he won't be running silent anymore, meaning he will actually be faster. So that's what he can do.
Sure. Because I'm guessing it's still going to take us like a day, half a day, to actually get to the planet.
It would take you still a full day to get towards the planet, yes.
God, I
So,
love those space flights.
yeah, it really does. Doing it on through games really does fuck you when you're doing it on RP. It's like, holy shit, actually no, this takes a lot longer. So yeah, everyone gets informed about what's happened, including the Sons of Electo. And Magnus calls an immediate war council.
Okay. The Sons of Electo are already essentially near their ships, just in case things. Do you call the captain of the Sons of Electo to your war council?
Yes, this time Magnus is calling in anyone who's going to be in the fight, anyone who's going to support us, the captain of the vessel.
Okay.
Everyone gather around. Excuse the mess. Magnus is like pulling down charts and pulling off all the planning that we did. Is just right. So get rid of that. So our original plan has gone tits up. So we have to go in with a different plan. And it looks like it's going to be Vidaire's. He's already sent me a communication via his encrypted code.
It simply suggests getting close, and if his plan truly is as it is, then he will attempt to come on board. Me and my men will be ready to counter any potential boarding should this be a trap.
anything large enough to bring troops with him, then we'll reinforce with the immolator. How we did it with the Magnus kind of, you can see a vein starts to pop. With the special traders that we had to deal with, we'll have the immolator ready to storm the flight bay if needed. But until we know what he's coming up in, if he comes up in a shuttle, then it doesn't matter.
You get closer to the planet. Miss Alona, we appear to be having a dust storm currently on the planet. It is not enough to hinder standard aerial traffic, but a ship your size could possibly be harmed by it. If you do not object, I will come personally aboard your vessel to help you establish security in case the ship again attempts to follow you.
Send down a text message. Sure.
Also, the communications officers down here insist you attempt to fix your comms.
Send down
But that
a
can come
message
later.
that the tech priests are working on repairing the damage as we speak.
Did you send down tech priests?
Priest.
Okay.
Yeah, I can see that one.
Should I have said engine seers?
Oh no, they have tech priests on a void ship.
It's just a do the right cones utilize the services of the Mechanicus, or do they have their own technicians?
Heretics?
I mean, we'd have probably known that by the corpses when we stole this ship. But yeah, it's too late now.
Okay. You approach slightly closer, and several shuttles come up from the planet.
Several.
But they do not appear. But the way that the sensors make it look like is that one is being chased by the others.
Oh. Oh joy.
So, we have...
We broke his cover.
Can we fire our lance batteries
Either that or they're mocking us.
at the shuttles? They're a bit small, so I'm not entirely sure how this...
You would have a large chance of hitting all three of them at the same shot.
We don't have any strike craft for void combat, do we? I think you said we don't have...
You have some modified Aquilalandus. I do believe you have like 2 Fury Interceptors, but most of it is literally just Arthur's Lighters.
Cough cough, Inca would be really good right about now. Cough cough.
Cuff, Yanko was dirty trader, cuff.
We will
Also, cough,
send.
cough. Felicia does it better. Cough, cough.
We will send a. We will. How long until his shuttle reaches us, and is he under fire?
You cannot tell currently if he's under fire. It would take him half a day to get to you.
Well, he's fucked either way then. Okay, we'll send out. If we have 2 Fury Interceptors, that's probably too far out of their range, isn't it? Half a day. We'll prep the Fury Interceptors as soon as Vidare's in range for us to assist. We'll assist. We'll have the engines primed to get us the hell out of here, and we'll have the navigator chart us a warp. Already begin charting us a warp route out of here.
I was just gonna say that when it comes to transporting stuff, like, it's really awkward shuttles to void ships, because half a day for a void ship is 30 minutes for a void ship, so half a day for a shuttle.
Half a day for a shuttle, yeah.
That's where the Fury Interceptors are going out rather than firing the Lance batteries.
Oh, no, I mean, no, if we flew over to him.
Oh yes, no, we're gonna stay right
By the
where
way,
we are.
do you raise your void shields?
Yes.
Okay, good decision, because immediately from planet sight, it appears that they had several planet-based lance batteries aiming your direction that now also do fire and hit the void shield. But the shields managed to take it.
I ordered the captain to, if we are able, to fire our lance batteries back at the planet, at the base, from where, if we can target it, where they fired from. No. We're going to get Vidare, and we're going to meet up with Gregorius, and we'll fight. We'll give him as much information as possible. And if he needs extra troops, we'll give him extra troops. But at this point, they know that there's an attack. There's an attack. Gregorius' mission was to capture the bloody base, wasn't it, really?
Gregorius' mission was to was to capture the base and its adamantium mining facilities, yes.
Basically, we're watching a very slow ship get chased by other ships.
Shush, this is supposed to be on the edge of the seat and not, this.
He doesn't need to know that.
In space, everything operates on void units in AU. Shuttles travel in AU. We travel in void units, which are tens of thousands of kilometers.
Wait, isn't the ship... So is the ship, the shuttle, technically in range then? Or am I completely confused by the way you just said it?
We can shoot the shuttle, but at the moment, we are waiting for the
No,
shuttle
no.
to dock. So we're...
Couldn't Ulfting technically make a gateway
No,
into the shuttle?
It's too far at the minute, I think.
He's thousands of kilometers away.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, like when you think space things, like we're currently several tens of thousands of kilometers away because of one tile.
No, I get it. I just got confused because you said 3 days. I was like, wait, isn't the shuttle kind of like half a day away? That's where my confusion came from. Anyway,
So how many of these Lance batteries are going to fire at us until this shuttle gets in? Because I'm concerned, we've got one void shield.
Why don't we shoot them?
We are.
Okay, you give the order to fire, right?
Yes.
Do you want to personally aim because you're panicked?
No. My ballistic skill is crap. if hey, everyone's on the bridge.
Shoot. Lieutenant
Jeez.
shoot. Magnus, please pull up the Sunseer laser batteries to see if they give any bonuses, or otherwise just what their damage is.
So their strength 4, their crit rating 4, their range 9, their 1d10 plus 2 damage, but there are no bonuses or.
so I don't think I get any bonuses because I'm firing from my ship. So it's that. And
That's 1d10 plus 2 in spaceship damage.
Yeah,
So that's
yeah.
the death for anyone who gets hit.
So,
So-
50 d10 plus 20.
About that much, yeah.
oh,
Oh, you've rolled the same twice.
You
Mm.
fired 2 very accurate
Can we not
shots
put the
back.
degrees of success in because it's a 2, or is it only ones? Did we
If
only
we
do it
can-
did we only do it with ones, or is it ones and 2s?
I think we only did it on once.
Okay.
little sad.
You fire both times, apparently hitting one of the batteries. You notice that not only one of the batteries is firing, but there is nothing to indicate that the other battery is currently out of service permanently.
Can I keep shooting?
In 30 minutes, I think you can. I think they're like, or 15
Yeah,
minutes.
it's 30 minutes per combat turn.
Little wants to keep shooting.
So,
Which means that Vader gets 30 minutes closer, the Interceptors gets 30 minutes closer.
Magnus would also like brother Felicia, if she's on the bridge, to do an auger scan to check the surrounding system. Like, are there any other ships coming in, or is there anything anomalous going on?
And I assumed I was acting in tech priest roles, but if I can do that from where I am, I'll do it.
Okay, Magnus, what is the sensor rating of your ship?
It is a plus. Is it detection?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's detection, a plus 15.
Nice.
Okay, let's roll scrutiny plus 15, and not scrutiny fellowship.
See, we would have scrutinised it later for which one you might have rolled.
And I'm fating.
Okay, great joke, but bad delivery.
Lol.
Nope, I don't see shit.
No other ships that are currently spotted on sensors. Then again, your sensors are pretty preoccupied locating whether their ship is coming towards you.
And I'm preoccupied dealing with the fact that I'm gonna have to repair something in a minute. We have one void shield, and I'm very aware of this.
Yeah, however, the void shield has not collapsed yet, so there's no damage to the ship yet.
No, but we're being shot at.
Brother Felicia, get the fuses ready! I'm not even joking, when a void shield goes down, it blows a fuse, and to get it back up, you have to replace the fuse. They're gigantic.
That is indeed true. That is if you overload it, because otherwise the thing just shuts down.
Yeah.
If you try to keep it running while it was already attempting to shut down, then it can blow a fuse. And possibly explode. And considering those things are generally next to plasma generators...
We don't want that exploding.
Nope. You do not.
And just
Whichever tech
realizing
priest it is that's in charge of that one lever that deactivates the shield at the right time, best be on ball today.
Attila, you may fire again.
Hey, 169.
It's Luneshi numbers, man.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because from looking at all those buff men, she's just itching now. Look at this, Christ. Emperor.
Jesus. That's-
Ah, see, you guys jinxed me. I'm gonna fake that just because of it.
I was just gonna say, does anybody have scrutiny?
I think I do, but
think
You
I do.
can't. Because anybody who's got even slightly decent scrutiny, you know you can give her a bonus to shoot, right?
ooh, what are you guys doing then? Help me! Help me kill people!
I have got
Help
roll
me.
damage twice.
Instead of getting me to do the senses, instead someone does scrutiny plus detection to add.
I don't know if it rolled, but it says
No.
rolling dice and it hasn't rolled. I don't know
It's
if
not
I'm
rolling yet.
lagging. Maybe I am lagging.
It'll be roll 20s and if you're lagging, because you're not lagging for us.
Oh. Come on. Give me a 6 and a 9 and I'll be happy as a... I'll be a happy camper. Oh, there's a 9.
That's mine.
Ah.
I can roll them for you in case. Just that's
I'm gonna refresh 1 second. Or maybe not. Roll 20 is crashed for me.
I'll roll both damages. This is for you, then I'll tell you what you get.
Please tell me it's a 6. Please tell me it's a 6. Or a 9.
You got a
I
7
can
and a
roll
9.
Ah.
So you do
So-
9 and 11 damage, which means it. Yeah, Census now definitely indicates something blew up in the mining base that was very volatile. Both Lance batteries on the planet have currently stopped firing.
Petal is smiling, giggling. And every time, while she's waiting for the guns to refresh, she's clapping. Very happily.
So, if I do scrutiny plus detection, can I find Latilla another target on planet to fire at?
Yes, please.
I was just gonna ask the kind of important question. Are we effectively used with crit rating? Is it like how it works in Rogue Trader?
Yep.
Yeah, she's been critting repeatedly.
Yep.
Oh, that's terrifying.
Which is why the first one also shot immediately stopped firing. It wasn't broken, but it just couldn't fire back anymore.
So is it
And
alright
with the
if I
second,
roll...
and with the second case, so she did break it with the first shot, like that's unable to fire, and then with the second shot, she completely blew it up. But yeah, you can roll scrutiny perception plus 15, which is the detection rating on the ship. That does mean for this turn the sensors are occupied. There is a planetary void shield generator, that you see, but they'll probably get it up before you can fire at it. You may keep firing, but you could, if you want to keep firing, you can, but there's not much chance you'll break through the void shield generator.
Oh, I will keep firing. Unless we have limited ammo. If we don't have
We're
it-
in the void
Technically,
ship,
we-
of course we have limited ammo.
I was gonna
It's
say,
an
technically
energy
we
weapon.
do.
It's an energy
Yes.
weapon.
Yes.
It's an
Oh.
energy weapon, but it does mean it drains energy from your generators.
Which regenerate.
Kinda. But I'm gonna do, before we do this, I'm gonna do something fairly important for when we roll detection.
Is anybody going to be scrutinizing?
I was gonna say, start the turn, I'm gonna make a tech use test to improve the detection if anyone wants to do it.
Yes. Good. I want to shoot
You're mate.
more.
I will leave the detection because I heard Jay say that now your sensors are used doing something else. I'd like the sensors to go
That
back
was
to
the
what they
last
were
time.
doing, so they can carry on following the dare and keeping an eye on his shit.
Okay, then I guess I don't need to help Machine Spirit. Actually, I'll do it anyway. Keep that eye on the dead. I get the bonus for Mechadendrite, right?
You get your Mechadendrite bonus for interfacing with the machine spirit of the ship deck.
I'm gonna fake that.
The lance batteries do not have the damage potential needed to actually pierce the void shield.
Then I'm not going to fire. Actually, I will fire that one shot. Just because I want to see shit blowing up.
Yeah,
It's
it's
a
just the shot just gets absorbed by the void shield.
I need to keep a kill count.
And deep in the ship, binary intensifies as Felicia improves the quality of the sensors.
Okay. Then now, I will drag you over to the next map. As in one of the hangars,
These dudes down
You
at the
make
bottom
it-
are...
they are part of your group. You may position yourself along them.
I think I'm gonna need to...
Oh shit, we're
I
properly
knew-
with the Death Watch!
I
Yes!
need to remake that pin. God damn it.
And of course, Magnus lights a low stick before shit goes down.
Who's across like 3 tiles?
Natillo will light a low stick too, one of our, hollowed ones.
Also, does Magnus need Felicia in her sniper rifle capacity or in her I'm slaughtering everything with a power axe capacity?
You can choose. Oh man, you sure did get big. What happened?
I can't
Oh,
shrink
God.
myself. Why
He's
can't I get
growing.
smaller? I'm so big. What happened?
Please make your token smaller
I
again.
can't. I can only rotate it. I can't. Can you?
Please stop turning it, then yes.
Okay. There you
There we go. That was interesting.
I need to actually put in how many bullets are in a sniper rifle clip.
They kept telling me to grow up, and I didn't understand what they meant till now.
Sniper rifle is 20.
I got it.
20.
I think my favourite thing about a sniper rifle is it's got a telescopic sight that's redundant for me.
I have the omniscope, so
Okay. You can hear fire and screeching from down the hallway. And everybody needs to roll initiative.
Oh, this is great.
Roll initiative, he says, as he obscures my token with the initiative tracker.
Move the initiative tracker then.
Fucking hell!
I rolled the same dice for
Am
my
I
initiative.
a beast or what?
I like my 9 because that's
Oh.
good. It's also 6.
And Ulftain goes first.
Is he more agile than me?
I have 30.
No. He's
How
not.
much?
30.
35.
Wait, I rolled for the wrong guy there. Yeah, that was the exterminator that rolled. I'll roll again for the medic. Let's see.
Just out of curiosity. Oh no, never mind. I thought I rolled a 9, but I didn't. I rolled a 6, didn't I? No, I did. Yeah, it's 9
me
with
and...
9 with my bonus. Okay.
Oh, we've got 3 9s here.
And I'll also roll for the bad guys. And just everybody else that's on the map.
Isn't this the first combat this season?
Yes.
Chapter?
Yes, it is.
Oh, so I'm gonna put the sniper rifle on and immediately get out an inferno pistol.
Jay, could you update my stamp? I'm gonna send it to you right now.
Using the old one. Did you put a new token as your character thing then, or?
Yeah, my character is no longer with that picture, so
Okay, yeah, but you did make it a token, so okay. I'd have to quickly turn it into a token before I can use it then, okay.
there you go. I did it.
But yeah, I gotta love how I'm equipped for killing pretty much everything. Oh, you've got a ton of armor? I pull out an inferno pistol. Or I pull out a power axe. Oh, I need to kill you at range? Sniper rifle.
I think it goes without saying Magnus has got his shield and his power sword out.
Sword. Just sword, because I'm not ambidextrous.
As well
No,
as
I'm just-
hitting his conversion field.
That's on as well.
Yeah, my field is also up.
Am I the only one that doesn't have one?
You have a refract field.
I do.
Yeah, I gave you
I'm
one
pretty
when
sure we all have refractor
Oh yeah,
field.
you give me a
Chapter
refractive field. That's right. That's right.
Yeah, I
You
gave
gave
you
me
a
one.
refract field when I got the conversion field because I wanted that conversion field,
Yeah.
and I fixed it fair and square. I still love how the best spoils of war I've had so far were from the woman who burned to death.
Okay, here we go. Let me quickly say that there's a new token for you.
Yeah, the only one who's not got some form of field is Ulftain, and he can make psionic fields, I think. I use psionic here because they're clearly psionics, not psychic.
Oh damn it!
That
I
and
didn't,
I'm
I
not
didn't tell
operating
any of
properly,
the
so.
I didn't tell any of the group that look. Let the sons of Electo die first, and then we'll vent this place and just steal their
Oh,
gear
wow.
and Tech Priest sprays over the. Where'd everyone get all this power armor from? Don't know. Don't know. It's black though. Yours was
Just
gold.
found it. It fell off the back of the Sentinel loader.
Oh wait, I rolled the wrong initiative.
Oh,
then.
they're Sons of Electo, not Death Watch. And here
Yeah.
I was hoping.
I rolled the wrong
we-
initiative for these things.
We could have always had like a Sentinel Walker. We've got 500 of them.
Yeah, the loader pattern, so we can recreate that scene from that old Vox movie.
I
Oh
just
my
had
God.
Sentinel Walkers, you know.
I
No.
just remembered. We
Ah,
could have.
shit!
I don't
We
like
could have-
that he's rolling custom initiative.
Hey, I roll
I ju-
custom initiative.
I just remembered. Why aren't we using the emulator?
Because you always want to use the emulator, and it's a resource we have to conserve, you see.
But
Also-
but put people on fire.
I did think about it. I did like the idea of Magnus riding in on top of it.
Just to hit things with his sword.
Charge!
He doesn't even use it for the immolator purpose. He just wants to hit things with his sword.
Well then, you know, Magnus is there, the immolator's firing fire, and then Magnus points his sword at the enemy and fires fire as well, and there's just this... taking heads as he goes. Brilliant.
I don't like these rows, Jay.
Spooky.
Soon their heads will be mine.
It's kind of terrifying.
Of
that they get-
course, it's Gene Steelers. I saw that before you cut it.
Before I cut what?
You saw nothing.
I will steal
I
your
did
genes.
still see it.
Well, good things that I'm wearing a powered armored leggings and not jeans, so, you know, they're not gonna
Yeah.
steal mine.
I think I need to switch the weapon I'm going to be using then, but for now that should be fine.
Sarah, you're first up.
What do I see?
You see an empty hallway before you, and a lot of armored angry dudes.
Are armored angry dudes Sons of Electo, or...
Yes.
Okay.
Forward to glory.
Can we
You
radio
people
in
ahead
to get
first.
the door opened from where we are?
I was sure this was up, but okay, yeah. I'm just gonna move my full move. Oh, okay. Okay, so there's a bend in the... Okay, got it.
Yeah, you put the bend there so that if something stupid gets on board the ship, and you have to do something like, I don't know, drop the bulkhead, and it's faster than the bulkhead, it's got a turn, which means it slides into the wall.
This man is going to take a shot. He hits. The other person needs to dodge. Off-screen combat, very exciting, very innovative,
Gripping!
very gripping.
It's fine, we'll just have Alftain kill everyone anyway, by accident.
Or have Wolftain cause a psychic phenomena by trying to read someone's mind.
God
But
damn-
then
right.
he's get them killed.
On the docket, I want a cell made that is completely sealed off. We just have cameras that can look in there. We have a way to control the temperature, like freeze the room or burn the room. You know, flamers set up in the corners. CO2. Not CO2.
Just keep Alftain in there.
No. We open up a gate of infinity. We capture a gene stealer, and it goes into the box. We freeze it. We find a rogue trader, or we find someone who wants, a gene stealer servitor, or we just take one back for the Inquisition. They'd be interested.
In how to cut it apart and destroy it, yeah.
Well, it is part of my ordo, I do need to think about these kind of things.
That is indeed true.
And it's fine. We already know how to destroy it. Apply melter.
Yeah, but who knows? Maybe these things could be used against other enemies of the Imperium. I don't know.
That way lies heresy, Magnus. I'd have to remove your arm.
Dude, biological warfare is actually quite acceptable by the Imperium.
No, so what
Not
they're doing
when-
with the Gene Stealer servitors are completely crossing the line. But Magnus does see why they would be a good thing. Let's face it. He used to be a captain in the Imperial Guard. He's seen the guardsmen get wiped out. It's like,
I was in before every single one of these is fired on maximum.
probably.
And their traplex pattern.
You do remember what they had, so
Traplex pattern. Exactly.
kudos to that.
Oh, upgrades. I'm gonna get a pistol grip attached to one of their guns, one of their las
Was
guns.
Traplex pattern the one with the very special fuck this thing in particular setting?
Yes, it is the fuck this thing in particular. It can shoot through a Space Marine's power armor setting.
That was the one
Yeah,
used by
yeah.
more than Iron Guard, right?
Yes.
I'm having one.
Gotta love it.
Magnus is hearing the. That sounds like loot.
Well, that suddenly took an orky turn.
Hey, look, I may be an Inquisitor, but even I have to think about upgrades at an affordable cost. And free
So
sounds
let's
just
see.
about right.
First one hits 15. Does not do any damage. The second one gets reduced by 10. Does 4 damage. Second one does no damage. Fourth one does no damage.
Pretty far.
Okay. I'm not doing anything stupid, don't worry. Yes.
You're Gate Infinity back up to the command deck to hide.
No,
Maybe
to the
enemies.
bar to drink.
Oh, there, command deck.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure their shuttle has landed in our bay.
Yeah, command deck and
The
pilot seats
pilot
are the
seats?
same thing at this point.
Also, I like how I bravely charged forward while you just cower behind a wall.
It's sign assurance.
You have warp sense.
No.
Then it's a half action. If you had warp sense, it'd be free.
What are you trying to sense?
Use willpower.
That doesn't help.
Try to sense other psychic beings in the area then.
Yeah. I'll just sort of say out loud, there's something psychically active around the corner. And then you'll just sort of see me sort of like go over there slowly.
hear someone cry out around the corner, "No, my jeans!"
I saved my whole life for these pants!
One day we're gonna have just like an absolute over-the-top session where we've got to do everything absolute bullshit. Like our first response to Heresy is exterminate us.
No, one time we need to have a session when we are the gene stealers.
But Latilla's first response to Heresy is basically to exterminate us anyway.
Yes, but we
Well,
actually
it's more
stop from
personal.
going through with it.
You hear
Personally.
metals and swords clanging, and power fuse crackling. Let's see, what is he gonna do?
Is he gonna tell one of the gene stealers that he is his father? Because if he does, we're leaving him to be, Chew.
Technically, he is kind of his father in a sense.
Also, why would we leave him to die? That means I don't get to try my Inferno pistol.
I'm sure if you ask nicely, the gene stealer will give it back.
If we wait for him to get real fucked up, Magnus can steal his power armor.
Dude,
Rather than
that's
requisition it
low.
himself.
We have to check to make sure you don't have any internal bleeding. Removes his armor. Oh, sorry, we lost your armor.
We should play a campaign where we play Blood Ravens.
Oh no, we just play as
Blood Ravens,
Inquisitors
the
that act like Blood Ravens.
Ooh, what's that? I want it. Fine.
Give me a second. I
Gifted.
had something perfect. I have something perfect.
You have gifted this to Inquisitor Magnus. Marvellous. Mine.
I mean, that's basically what we do. It's just everything we kill, we keep it stuff. And occasionally, we make weapons out of the things we kill. Because I've still got that knife. It's great.
We need to find a rogue trader that we can deal with.
There you go. It's Grand
That
Theft
is-
Relic.
That is Vide's turn. Felicia.
Okay then. I'm going to move up to there, I guess. Full move. Still there.
You can look around the corner. Let me quickly reveal area.
Map reveal.
Oh,
Ooh. So which ones are his?
I don't.
I'm assuming none. I'm assuming.
Yes, I am also suspecting that is in the end.
We walk around the corner and he just gets mowed down by bullets and claws.
If that happens, we have the exact response on how to deal with it.
Steal his
Magnus.
stuff and leave.
Okay, so Magnus is going to run to here, and that's his turn.
Yeah, this one just fucking charges past you with his chainsword.
God, I love their ability to be size 5. Also, while we go through all the GM NPCs, I'm going to quickly go to the toilet. And if my turn comes and goes before I get to do anything, assume I swap to my power axe or something. Because I don't think a sniper rifle's going to cut it unless I figure out who's the traitor, who's working for us.
Everybody that's not there, just shoot.
Let's quickly see. I need to roll for the things. Dodge, it is. Did it roll dodge?
Who?
There we go. That's a dodge roll. It comes in with a massive chainsword strike, but the to you familiar though disgusting form of a genetically augmented gene stealer just barely lumps out of the way of this massive chainsword. That one also charges the gene stealer thing. That is a shield bearer. They are meant to be deadly in melee. Let's see how well they do.
What does the shield bear?
Who runs to there? Sarah.
That was the awkward part. Actually, I imagine I cannot charge the Gene Stealer.
Not from this angle, then.
I mean, there's more of them. Did you forget about all of these tokens?
No. But the officer didn't expect somebody to be here so quickly.
He just opened up something important. Oh, I feel so sorry for that officer. I lie, I don't.
He's just like, you can see he has a variety of weapons just on him, and he's like, fuck it, might as well. He puts away his last pistol from his bag, attached to his backpack, actually, just grabs a flamer.
Oh, that stupid motherfucker.
Oh, that guy.
The soldiers, noticing this one is going to get the hell out of dodge that way. This one is going to move to here. This one stays where he is. This one also stays where he is. Those two both fire. And no, wait, actually, would they fire still? Let's see. What weapons do they have? They both take full aim at the there, and the other dude takes a half aim at the there. And yes, they put up a quick little barricade. They did that. That's what the black bar is.
Nah.
You're just like gonna try and telekinetic control their guns or something.
Nah, I'm just gonna use the sail.
Should really get smite.
Yeah, I can't see him. I can see that though.
You're gonna
Wait,
send
how
it
far is
flying. It's 16.8 meters. It's in range for a psi rating 1 a sail.
Cool. Any modifiers here?
You
I
don't
think
get
so.
modifiers except for psi focus, and if the warp's being particularly nice or evil that day.
Is that 3 degrees of success?
1 degree for base passing, and then it's about 20 underneath.
Ooh, 13 pen 2.
13 pen 2 to where 97. That is the
Glorious thing known as the leg.
yeah, it is. Of course it is. What else would it be? 4 armor, 5 toughness.
Fuck your leg, boy.
And 6 damage.
And unless it's got immunity to it, it's thrown.
Roll 1d5. Let's see what the shield bearer does here. First of all, shield bearer. Just he lifts up his shield and there's just this shimmering. He just
Hooray for shield bear.
yeah. The cloud just bounces off of something. The other one, however, is its program is like got thrown back, stand up again, the last gun on its shoulder, and it takes aim at the one directly in front of it, so it's Sister Sarah.
And for it has leap up.
If it attacks Sister Sarah, and I'm sorry to do this, I believe it gets a +20 because she ran to that position.
No, it gets
The thing is,
minus.
I don't think I count
Melee.
as being in melee yet.
No, you're in melee range. So if it wants to strike out at you,
That one's already attacked.
It's the
It's gun shooty one who takes a
it's
penalty.
the
to shoot.
shooty one, so he's gonna
Ah.
take penalty shooting. So he actually takes a penalty for you running. Yeah, so
Oh yeah, I was running. That's true.
sorry, I thought that was the one next to the dare. I was like, oh no.
Yeah,
he
no, it's
just
fine.
he's still with trouble getting up. His fires hits the wall.
So which one was shooting me with the mountain las gun?
Shooty
Oh,
bang
well.
bang up above you.
Oh, he is
Um,
getting a word of fucking.
Let's see what Vidar is gonna do. Oh no, he is gonna do something fun. He is gonna do something fun.
Lightning attack hit to death.
Over some bombardment.
GM,
Fails.
Thank
GM,
God.
I assumed has a psychic power, yes?
Oh yeah, his
His psi rating is reduced by
He's rating 0.
3.
Yeah,
His
psi
psi
rating
rating
0.
is reduced by 3.
So he couldn't cast
okay.
it.
So in that case, he tries to cast it and just his hand reaches out. He's like, not working, not working.
Really?
He
though?
still
Well,
spends his action. He still spends his action doing it.
I kind of expected him to be higher psi rating than 3.
It's really expensive XP wise to upgrade him.
I know. Still. I'm actually getting to use my powers though!
Sure.
Accidentally.
It's because
but
I'm ridiculously good that I can out maneuver you.
Okay, so which ones of these guys have full aim?
This guy's a full aim. This guy is already a full aim. This guy's currently at a half aim.
Okay, I'm gonna shoot the guy at the back with my sniper rifle aiming. I got a 1. Is that 1d10 or 2d10? I think it's 1d10. No, wait.
It's 1d10. It's 1d10. But
Wait.
did you have aim?
Yes.
He did.
Every two successes, if you have
That's right.
accurate, it's plus 1d10. So
That's
that's
why I was trying to
2d10.
do the 2d10 thing.
So that's 2d10.
plus you can replace a 1.
It's a lot of damage. It's a shame that can't roll righteous though.
So let's see.
So
And
swap out the
3.
successes, I guess, into my 1.
4 degrees of success, so that's a total of 8 plus 13.
Also,
So
isn't it 9 because
21.
it's 5 degrees success?
It's 4. 38 plus 4, it would be
No, 'cause you get
78.
+1. You get +1 for
Yeah.
succeeding.
Exactly, that's why it would be 4.
Okay, so let's see. Right leg.
I thought you
That's 3.
had the tens digit and then added +1 for succeeding.
Yeah, but we don't complete 4 10s, you know?
Critical damage table.
I don't do critical damage with thingy damage.
Hmm?
But I don't do righteous with accurate damage.
No, I know.
Oh, I'm already in critical damage shit.
So there is the table. Let's see.
I'm finding it in a moment. Because I might actually not have had the second D10 based on how Henry's doing things.
No. You had 4 degrees of success. It's every 2.
It's on 5.
It's on
Henry,
5?
it's every 2 after the first.
Yeah, because
Why
the
I'm
plus
checking how you
1,
compare.
30,
Ah,
because
then it's
30,
only 1
40,
D10. Yes,
50,
yes,
60.
Yeah. I found it. You get.
Yes.
I get 5. I get it.
So let's see. He had so quickly, so you can help me calculate this. He has 11 health. He had 5 damage resistance there after your penetration. You did a total of.
I've done 22 pen 3.
22 damage pen 3. So it's only, is 22 reduced by 5. 70. Okay, what is the impact leg? The hit rips apart the flesh of the leg, causing blood to spray out in all directions, even if the target tries futilely to stop the sudden flood of vital fluid. He falls to the ground and dies in a spreading pool of gore. But such is the agony of the target's death, his terrible screams drown out all conversation within 2d10 meters for the rest of the round.
Damn, good job.
So in a range of 12 meters, nobody's able to hear each other.
This is great.
Also, how did you all move and I did? How did you move and shoot and I still haven't moved?
Wait, have you not had a turn yet?
Nope.
Could you please
You're not on
re-add
the
yourself
tracker.
to the...
Yeah, that's the.
You asked me to replace your token, so I did. I thought you had re-added yourself to the
Yeah,
initiative tracker.
I forgot to re-add myself. Sorry. I believe my previous initiative was 9. Let me check.
Yeah, you rolled a 9 because we had like 5 9s.
So that would be a 9. So do I take 2 turns?
You take 2 turns in a row then. Go ahead.
Okay, so because I'm going to run over here on the first turn, and then I'd shoot since those people are in combat at this guy.
Okay.
So have him and shoot.
Also, you gotta love how the first shot I fired with that sniper rifle in, what is it, 2 seasons now? And it instant kills something.
Didn't you fire it in season 1?
Yeah, like, I think I've only fired it in season 1.
Chapter 1.
I
Whatever.
need to check. I need to check one thing. Omni scope is. Nah, that's it. That's it.
You get, like, the plus 10 for it being a red dot sight.
Yeah. That looks like it's just a plus 22 for me. It didn't roll, did it?
Nope.
God damn it, game.
Roll again and see if it jumps
Yeah.
into doing it.
We roll again, quickly.
Because it looked like your initiative came through straight away, so...
Yeah, but I don't know.
Have you
Roll
selected?
20.
No, you are on the initiative tracker.
Yeah, roll
He
20
wasn't
has
a
been.
second ago.
Roll 20 is complete. Yeah, roll 20 crashed for me again. It's weird. Roll 20 does not like.
Other than me getting back, this is whole thing's what's it called? Copyrighted. Well, I love content ID.
You're never gonna let him live that down, dude.
No. I've never let myself live it
Don't jinx it. You might get copyright strike. Get this copyright stricken again.
I mean, it was
I'm
only
used to it
content
now.
ID.
I'm used to it by now.
It was only content ID, so it should be fine.
There.
And that's more than enough to get it.
I forgot how ridiculous your target and ballistic skill is.
Especially with the sniper rifle.
Mm-hmm. Especially with that sniper rifle.
So that's 7.3 plus 19. So that's a total of 26.3 damage.
Jesus Christ, this is ridiculous.
I think my shot just went through the guy and
Let's see,
probably
where did you hit him? That is the leg again, right?
50.
Yeah, you just blew his leg off again.
The exact same thing happens. Again, this guy now also screams so loudly in agony that to determine me to...
Are we sure Little is not like a Vindicare assassin? No fucking
No one can hear anything.
What is... Ooh, 2D? Oh, wow. What?
In a range of 20 meters around that guy, nobody can hear a thing because of the screaming. There's now 2 men that scream so loudly while dying that you can't hear anything.
Little is just laughing madly underneath her helmet.
I was
And
not
nobody
afraid
can
you were
hear
gonna
it.
say that.
So I heard someone had a flamer out. Is that person dead now, or?
Nope.
Is this the guy with a flamer?
Yep.
Ah, okay. That's more difficult.
He's got range on us though, as the problem. He kind of needs to die.
Yeah, that's what I was.
Same.
God,
I think we're thinking about the same thing, aren't we?
If I knew there was like a flame, I would have shot the flamer so
Well.
it would blow up, but you know.
I wasn't doing the cold shot because that required me to flame.
going to live up to my. I'm going to
If
live
I-
up to my thingy-majigger.
And light the entire corridor on fire.
Then give him a jigger.
Because isn't it like a half move and then you can light the entire corridor on fire?
I'm going to no. It's there for extreme reasons, not for silly things like this. We're mopping them up like there's no tomorrow. I don't need to waste my exterminator on this. I'm going to sprint a full run over behind Matey. I basically like tap him on the shoulder. Hello.
You know, that means I can no longer shoot the
Does-
fuel tank and block the bin.
Yeah, but it also kind of stops him from shooting a flamer at all of you. Because you're all clustered up with one. He's now got to look around and be like, holy shit, there's a dude with a power sword and a shield next to me. Hopefully it will help distract him. So that's my turn. Unless he tries to attack me as I run past.
No, he doesn't, because you don't also again leave his combat range. You just enter it. Sons of Electo Standard Trooper. Yeah, he is just half action, puts away power sword. Other half action, pummels thing into submission.
How to kill with style.
Okay,
No, I
it's
think
not
he's
power
going
fist.
for a capture. This is like the original XCOM, passing around the beat stick. We're capturing Ace now.
That would be to the head, so let's see if this thing can dodge. Because you'll be surprised how much damage these things can do with their fist.
This is exactly like XCOM.
It does.
The thing just dodges out of the way of this massive power armored fist. It just otherwise just almost hits him in the head.
Now, if that'd been a swift attack or a lightning attack, it wouldn't have dodged.
Yep.
But I guess it doesn't have those. He moves and lights the corridor on fire.
He moves to here. He is gonna angle his heavy flamer in such a way that hits all those 3 people, but not Magnus.
Wait, you're moving the shield bearer, not the exterminator.
Oh, wait, right. Oops. I can move to there. Still do the same thing.
Oh, that motherfucker.
All those kills.
I'm still gonna do what I'm gonna do.
You
not
stealing motherfucker.
Hey, you never know. You might have that
Burning
talent, which
flames
means
of woe, heretics.
you might get lucky. You might have that talent, which means he doesn't hit allies in the area.
We're too faithful for the Holy Promethean to burn us.
At least it doesn't jam.
It doesn't jam. 6, pen 4, and they will need to make an agility test to dodge.
And then if they fail, another agility test to not be lit on fire. Of course, Gene Stealer, because it's machine, doesn't actually have to make that roll. So I'll be lit on fire.
Okay, so
it should be
this
on fire.
one, the other guy with the flamer takes a 6 pen 4 to just, that's always body. Pen 4, so it ignores all his armor. Doesn't take any damage. The Cyber Stealer thing. No, wait, actually, let's first let this guy roll for agility as well, for fire.
Well,
He
he's
is
going
on
down next
fire.
turn.
The guy with the flamer is on fire.
Sick burn.
Sick burn, yo.
You know some terrifying thoughts. They go into the critical hit table. One of them is you explode.
Yeah, you might want to move away, Magnus.
I'm quite slow.
Cyber Stealer.
Hottest burn since salamanders. Holiest roast since Prospero.
Especially because when you're on fire, it counts as a hit to the body.
Why didn't I know there was a guy with a flamer there?
The Cyber Stealer is just... He's still moving around so stupidly that the flame doesn't actually reach him. And then for the soldier dude.
I gotta admit though, I love that even if you take no damage,
Also
you
dodges
get
the fire.
it can still kill you.
Okay, so the officer with the flamer is currently on fire. But... Yeah, Shield Bearer is just gonna... first one is just gonna fucking kill this Cyber Stealer. With sword! I cast sword!
He says he's gonna kill it, but is he gonna kill it? That is a very persuasive argument.
Where that hit then? That's the...
That's the legs.
That is the legs.
Again.
Energy damage, legs.
I don't know how much that goes over. It's probably took its legs off and killed it.
And the force of the attack reduces the leg to little more than a chunk of sizzling gristle. Types challenging toughness, death, or die from shock. Suffers lost acquisition. In a terrifying display of power, the leg immolates and thick fire consumes the target completely. He dies in a matter of agonizing seconds. His scorched corpse surrounded with smoke and flames. So apparently, this dude just hits a very important cable, as the entire heretical construct just goes. Oh wait, there's another one of them. Charges the dude that is still.
You're moving the shield bearer, not the medic.
Yeah, I know, but because I didn't do the other shield
Oh.
bearer yet. So the other shield bearer is going to charge this dude, and also cast sword.
It's a very powerful spell.
Not quite as powerful as Fist, but still.
Especially when it's Power Fist.
Yes.
Especially when it's cast by the chapter master of the Ultramarines.
Marnius Calgar and his lovely fist. Soldier, can you dodge?
He prays he can.
He prays he can, but he cannot.
He's too focused on praying, not enough on dodging.
It's 17.5. That hit him in the chest, I believe. That is 55. Is indeed the chest. Let's see. It's been 5 seconds. 13. The target is dead, and it's also just the force of the strike. He kills the target, but in doing so, also just pushes him over as well.
Just to add insult to injury.
Next up, the medic's turn. Who's just gonna slowly wander. Who's just slowly gonna wander up to there. Sarah.
And now I charge the Cyber Stealer. It's exactly my charge range. No aim. Charge. No +10. Respectable. Can it dodge though?
It can probably parry.
It already spent its it already spent its action trying to dodge the flamers, so
You don't spend an action to dodge flame.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, it's a test. It's not a dodge, it's a test to not be caught on fire, I believe.
Okay then.
Actually, let me check the
It
exact
replaces.
wording.
Yeah, it replaces the
It-
firing one.
Doesn't do anything, so 12.5 to the arm.
Yeah, it's not a dodge action.
10.5 to the arms, that ignores his armor. 8 damage. It's looking pretty hurt. The Raycon officer is on fire. He needs to make a willpower test to be able to do anything.
Also, his 1d10 damage.
Damage that is not resisted by armor and toughness, right?
It ignores armor but not toughness.
Okay, that is good to know. So ignores armor, that counts as being to the body. So
Yours cuts
that
1 level of fatigue.
ignores armor but not toughness. Takes 3 damage. And suffers 1 level of fatigue. The last remaining Raycon soldier that is alive, currently standing next to Sarah and being completely fucking terrified,
Good, he should be.
is gonna just drop his fancy lasgun, quick draws a shotgun, and fires. And because you haven't engaged him in combat yet, he gets point blank.
He's point blank. So I believe first I need to roll a refractor field.
He needs to roll as well.
Though he's probably gonna hit. It's
Yeah, but it's by how much because of the scatter effect.
We don't have a macro for the refractor field, so I'm just gonna roll.
I
it
I have
100.
one. I have one.
Oh, okay.
You see, this shotgun just, and he just like, fuck, 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 Fuck.
How degree success was that? Oh no, wait, degree success doesn't affect this system. It's just damage.
Hmm.
All same.
Sammy.
Also, isn't your shield common? So it just overloaded.
No.
Is it?
I like the idea
I-
that even though this is
I
taking us a
have
while,
a
we
refractor field. I did not actually put the quality, but
Yeah,
if
then
I recall correctly, we got them end of chapter 1.
Yeah, I think they were common.
In that case, it breaks.
Protective gear. Give me a second.
Yeah, field
Force
overload for commons
fields.
1 to 10.
Refractor field. Protection rating 30.
If you got-
Okay, common. Overload roll 1 to 10.
And you rolled a 9.
So it breaks.
It's a good thing I'm good at tech use, right?
Fizzles out.
Is that the bonus for being scattered?
You can dodge.
Oh yeah, I can dodge.
Oh yeah, we dodge.
Because unfortunately I cannot parry. I do not have a shield.
I was just gonna say, you got 3 damage to that with point blank.
No, I do not dodge.
Is 11 pen 0 damage to, I think, the chest gun.
Chest.
Joke's on him. I take no damage. No,
Wait,
wait,
so-
wait. I take 1 damage.
Yeah. He still looks mighty dismayed by the fact that, fuck, that did nothing. Shit. Off day.
No, there's like an angry sister shooting him a glance like, you scratched the devotional iconography.
So, GM, what sign of scenes would I need to roll Mind Link at if I wanted to send our new ally all of my memories, but slightly altered from the battle, where we killed, what was her name? Latilla? No, not Latilla.
I'm Latilla, dude.
Alona.
She's still a woman that Magnus fucked.
Oh, Elona.
Elona, yeah.
How long was that battle in turns? Because I can do the maths for this.
So just all like clips of like all the worst parts of that, like me reaching down and making the assassin just scream out in pain, just instantly setting someone on fire,
I mean, you
Alona
speak in
getting a
people's
head blown
heads.
off. An image of me like pushing a
Also, did Elona get head blown off? I thought she was lit on fire.
No, she was lit on fire and cooked inside her own
Oh, yeah.
refractor field. Or
So
was
she's
it
lit
the
on
old
fire.
field?
If you guys
The
don't
ones-
remember, Magnus
ones
threw a
mindful.
grenade at her too.
Alftain pushing a servitor into its seat, crumpling it.
Well, depending on how long do you want it to be in seconds?
Just like brief images of all like these horrific events.
Because for your
that
psi
make me look
rating,
that make me look more dangerous than I am.
because you speak in someone's head for 5 times psi rating seconds when you cast this.
Oh, so Vader is no longer under the influence of me snuffing out psi rating.
I would point out it's speaking inside someone's head. If you've got, I don't think you've got Terrify, unfortunately, because otherwise I'd say it'd be better to use that.
Actually, was that...
Do you just have Telepathic Link, or do you have any of the other psychic powers from there? Although somehow I doubt you have Fellowship 40.
Pretty much RP wise, I just want him to be very concerned when he's around me.
What, for dare?
Jay,
Yeah, our new
did
ally.
that-
Are you
did
trying
my
to kill
damage
him?
roll, did that...
I'm not trying to kill him, I just want him to be concerned when he's around me. So he sees me as a threat, pretty much.
Jay, did that roll, my damage roll, include the unnatural strength, or...
It's shit, yeah.
If you
So would the scarier the images be, the higher my psi rating, or the higher the...
It's how
My-
long you want to show them for.
yeah, because you're doing
Ah.
Telepathic Link. If you're actually doing Terrify, which is another power, which is actually made for terrifying people,
I believe
That's the
that's
difference.
Fellowship Command or Intimidate, right?
I don't
No,
want him to be
the psychic
terrified
power.
of me, I just want him to be nervous when he's near me.
yeah, you probably best bet is just rolling telepathic link.
No, just so he has like some images in his head of me just like destroying.
I'm gonna have to point out, telepathic links is the closest we've got to what you want to do. Because the next thing up is
Just say
terrifying.
how many seconds you want to do it for.
15.
Tie rating 3.
Okay. Just want a barrage of images that are horrible. That make me look cooler than I am.
You're gonna
He's not familiar with who was trying to poke his mind, so he's gonna try to resist.
don't forget to do the side rating thing.
Wait, which one?
You just poked a psyker.
Oh yeah.
You
he
might
has
actually
to-
kill him.
I mean, he has to oppose. Well, he can oppose. I think he
let's
can
see.
voluntarily fail. Not
Get to
sure.
know who it is.
Yeah, but he's opposing. So let's see.
I'm finding the resistance. It's willpower, but he gets bonuses from being a psych due to his side rating.
I think so, yeah.
So he
It's
needs
just
to roll.
versus mine though. It doesn't have to pass. It's just versus mine. He has to get more degrees of success.
As a psyker, you get a bonus when resisting.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he needs to do a focus power test, and that is to help resist, right?
He can,
I think it's just willpower.
he decides if he will push or not, then adds double the psi rating, including any bonuses from pushing, to his willpower test to resist the enemy power.
He's not pushing, but he's doing his full psi rating, so that's psi rating 3.
So I think he gets +6. However, if he rolls doubles, he also gets psychic phenomena.
It's
Wait, he can get psychic phenomena on resisting?
Yeah.
Yep, we kill. That's how we stun
that's how
the
you
other
kill
one.
the assassin.
Yeah, 'cause
Ah, okay.
she got hit with the perils of the warp, and then
Look,
rolled the
it's been
gibbering.
quite a while. I don't remember.
All I did was make a scream out and complete an utter agony. God, you're making it sound worse than it is.
So this is he rolls a psychic test with a what?
+6, I think it is. I'll just link you to the page. It's 196.
I just had the
Opposed
page open.
focus power test. Psych off on opposed test. Opposed resisting enemy psychic powers. Psychos are better metaphors than normal people using the power of the warp to fight back. Make opposed focus power test to resist a targeted psycho first decides if it will push or not, and adds double his resultant psi rating, including any bonus to the willpower test to resist the enemy power. Okay. Double his resultant psi rating, so that's a +6, yeah.
What talent do you lack?
I need to buy Deny the Witch.
He fails.
You got that for free.
No! Untouchable actually doesn't get Deny the Witch.
He's gonna reroll.
Huh. There's a lot of fate.
Oh no, wait, if you get Psychic Null, you get Deny the Witch for free.
Also,
He resists you sending me a message.
does he get more degrees of success than me?
Yeah, he resisted. No, wait, he didn't.
Yeah, he only got like my target's a lot higher, and he only got like one
Yeah,
more.
Octane
degree.
got 8 degrees.
Doesn't he just have to resist, or does he
It's
resist?
opposed.
Yeah, it's
It's
opposed.
opposed.
Okay, then in that case, he attempts his best to oppose you, but he fails.
But yeah, if you have Psychic Null, you get Deny the Witch. Xena?
Yeah, actually, true, you're right. And
So did
it's
you buy
more
Psychic Null?
profitable. It's more profitable for me to go for Psychic Null than Deny the Witch itself.
So I'll just see a bunch of images of just like opening a gate, a jump through it, fuck a servitor, sets someone on fire, or someone gets set on
Oh.
fire that he knows. It
Fuck
wasn't
a
me, I don't think.
servitor, that is a horrific image. He's gonna be afraid of you now.
Speaking of servitors, Gene sees a servitor that is only barely still alive. Lifts claw, power sparks across it. He's gonna try to swing it at Sister Sarah.
And Sarah can't dodge.
And her ship broke.
It's a good thing I can fix that later.
Does this thing have a fate point? It does not.
You didn't give him a single group fate point?
They are
Hooray.
servitors. And so he just
Well.
he freezes. He's blue screening.
Oh no! The machine spirit is angry.
Raises the hand. Dun. And
Do I
freezes
hear
himself.
the Windows noise? Do I hear the boot up sequence?
Yes.
Ah, it runs on XP. Good, good.
Also, no, you hit dial-up.
No, that's Necrons. Because they're that old.
Okay. So there is going to screams and dial-up. Nice. There.
So, does Vidar react in any way, or does he just take it like a champ?
Over there looks towards you and I'm gonna GM roll this.
Use this terrified.
Please roll me resist power.
Who did he roll that at?
Okay, roll willpower plus double your psi rating unless you want to push, in which case, double whatever you push to.
So I like how they are engaging in a psychic push-up. Like you
Just
know, guys,
flexing
there's
at
a
each other.
fight.
Wait, what do I need
There's a
to-
battle going on.
What do I need
Well-
to roll, by the way, GM? Sorry.
To resist the psychic power.
Oh, so
I-
just in willpower? Any pluses or
Are you-
negatives?
Are you pushing first? Because we're gonna do this the psychic power way. So, are you pushing? Or are you going with your psi rating 6? The more you push, the better the bonus you get. But you also have to undergo your rules for pushing.
Wait, am I pushing or is he pushing? Did you
You're
mean?
defending, so
You're
are you
defending,
pushing?
so you can choose either just roll naturally to resist, or you can try to use the psychically resist.
Which gives you a bonus for resisting. But you can generate.
Wait, is
psychic
it just
damage.
my willpower and then if I psychically resist? Because I,
If
could,
you
I don't need to
psychically
push, I could
resist,
just go
if you
psi rating
psych-
6.
If you psychically resist, you roll a focus power test with twice the power psi rating you're using as bonus.
Twice the psi rating I'm using, so
So
12.
because you're so you get plus 12 on the willpower test.
Ah, so it's just willpower plus 12.
Yeah, you could have chose to push, but then if you don't roll doubles, you get psychic phenomena.
Nah. I have a pretty high target anyway.
In comes a push.
He
We
rolled
fail
a
and
natural
we
one,
block.
so he succeeds.
Shit.
That's how he's terrified.
He actually does use Terrify.
Okay, I'm finding the shock table.
I'm gonna bitch slap him.
Because
No, he did that.
Okay.
off time, you now see images of just Vidar just murdering people left, right, and center. Just his blade, crimson red, arcing with energy, just mowing through an entire field of what looks like Imperial Guardsmen in your head. And you
can
hear the
I
screams
roll-
of agony of all of them.
Willpower just to stone face it, even if I am terrified, or
Now you
Roll
got roll
one.
shock.
Roll a 1d100 plus 30.
shit.
Is Often gonna die of heart attack?
No, you can't roll that high, but he can fall unconscious.
I'm gonna fake that.
Okay.
Or can I not?
I think you can fake this roll.
Pretty sure you can fade this roll because we used to fight the fear.
But
Fucking
it got
pussy.
worse. Okay, here's how it goes. Because I got the shock table up.
Heart attack!
No, fainting dead away, the character keels over and remains unconscious for 1d5 rounds. Once he regains consciousness, he is still shaken and takes all tests with a -10 penalty until the end of the encounter. Page 288. It was the
Oh.
last possible roll on there.
Often just fainted behind us. Buff.
You were so scared. You passed out.
He is
And-
passed out for 3 rounds.
Can we
Wait,
still
can I
hear
have a
nothing
screenshot of him
because
rolling the
the
one,
guy
by the way?
screaming?
You still
So,
cannot
Jim.
hear anything.
Can I? By the way, GM, can I have a screenshot of just him rolling the one?
I mean, take it, because even
Come
if he'd
on.
rolled worse. Also, Dooku, you were asking for this one.
Yeah,
Just a
you
bit
were.
curious.
You really were asking for this one.
I mean, if Jay can send it if he wants, but yeah, let's keep going.
We're over time anyway, so let's
We're
wrap
over
up this
time,
combo.
so that's the rushes. I'll send it to you afterwards. Let's tell
Somebody.
Also, how do I screenshot into a browser?
Just
That's
print
all.
screen.
Or snipping
Okay.
okay.
There's a
Alt
tool
print
called Cut.
screen, you grab only the G tab. You're currently selected, so. Like,
I think most Windows has something called a snipping tool.
yeah, but if you just
Right.
click Alt print screen, you get just
Let's just
the
keep going.
image of the window you have open.
'Cause I'm gonna
I'm
get up
gonna
early in the morning. I've got an exam.
I'm gonna shoot the dude that just shot my girl.
And did absolutely diddly nail.
And before rolls in that 100 and misses.
He still scratched the paint.
Or
Oh yeah,
roll.
and I'm not in melee with this guy, so you take no penalties for shooting into melee.
Exactly. I still don't have an independent targeting, so.
And for rolls
I mean,
like
it's not like these penalties are actually gonna affect your roll in any meaningful way.
I mean, right?
I mean, it can increase.
It would go to like what, target 81?
Yes.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
Until I get the independent targeting, and the first thing I'm gonna be getting, however, is the inescapable attack. But details.
Disgusting. I think he still has a reaction, right?
I don't know if he has a dodge. I don't
Yeah.
know if he even sees me. They're still screaming somewhere in the room
Yeah.
because of they
You
just got
can't
their
even
lights
hear your
blown
own
off.
gunfire. This is how bad the guys are long dead and he's still screaming. That's dedication.
Also, I was gonna point out, you know that I exist.
Jay?
Okay, yeah, he is gonna dodge. This was the
The dude that shot me with a shotgun.
shotgun.
He
I
shot
like
my
how
girl.
he's literally have to dodge deeper into a corner.
Yeah, actually, I should reveal the more of the variant slightly.
Oh.
Boom.
Not a corner. Okay.
Okay.
Assume there's no more secret gene stealers on the right.
I'll let you know.
I mean, did we look up?
Where is he?
Did we look up in the ceiling yet?
No. I'm too busy slashing the one in front of me.
Fails.
He dies.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he dies. Did you aim?
Yeah.
Of course I aimed.
You know what to do. Yeah, he's dead.
That's 25 and 3.
He
And that was
is
55 to the
motherfucking
chest.
dead. Yep, he is dead. That is impact. He's just dead. Let's not even gonna look that up anymore. We're over time.
There's just a massive gaping hole behind and where his chest was supposed to be.
Did he just crash from Discord or something?
I
No.
mean, she's still. Oh,
I'm asking what, and then you just you said my name and didn't say anything.
yeah, it's your turn.
Yeah, I was getting the thing up.
Oh, sorry.
It's the guy who's on fire.
Okay. He is not able to dodge the bullets. 12.3 to the 18, which is the leg.
26 pen 3.
God, another case of the screamies. How many people are you gonna make scream? Yeah, there's an unburdened corpse in front of you, Magnus. The only enemy you know of still alive is the Cyber G7.
I step forwards and I do a swift attack.
Gang up bonus.
So I hit him twice.
It probably dies.
It should.
It doesn't have
Yeah.
dodge, does it?
Doesn't have a dodge.
No, it doesn't have dodge.
It
You
dies.
just
Yeah,
chop it
it's
to
pretty
pieces.
dead.
Pretty sure that if Vader goes rogue and we have to kill him, he's just dead.
Yeah, but there is dead meat. And he's gonna die disconnected from the warp.
Okay.
Done.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna. The last thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna walk myself right up to Vader.
What is it?
Just an insurance. You don't try anything funny.
So that was you.
You forgot?
Last time you were not as strong.
Well, last time you were not as much as a wild card.
Well,
I bet on what is guaranteed.
Everyday opportunist, eh?
One has to make their way in life somehow.
You can plead your case to the Inquisitor.
He presses a few buttons that are on his chest. Better. I will certainly make my case with your Inquisitor. I assume he is still deeper inside your ship.
No,
Nope.
actually, I'm gonna point at Magnus. He's over there.
Once I had pitied him not joining us. But considering that we are on the losing end, I am glad I do not have to betray him as well.
Sons of Alecto, you did an excellent job in that battle. Would you please mind escorting our guest to holding cell B? I think holding cell B is the best for a turncoat and a traitor. Yeah. How does that sound, Vader?
As expected.
Wait,
Just-
why is the old man on the ground?
how
not
to
know.
get him up?
If I was the GM right now, I would have just been like, you see a flask in front of him. Because
No.
he does have a flask on him.
He does have a flask on him, but it's closed and
In
it
his
is still
pocket.
in his belt.
To be fair, we would kind of expect. Well,
Yeah.
actually, we wouldn't. Like, he never got shit-faced in the middle of combat. Anyway, should we call it a day? A night?
Yeah.
He did have a
Time
sip
of-
beforehand, though.
A time of orbital rotation period.
It appears as if the old man has fainted. I'll get him to the infirmary.
And on that, we will end this episode. So, I hope you've enjoyed. It was a lot of fun playing, and I look forward to seeing you next time. So, bye-bye, everyone. And as always...
Good night.
No. Take care, everyone. And as always, bye-bye for now.
Happy orbital rotation period.
Bye bye.